Welcome back to A Closer Walk. Today we're going to be discussing Unit 3, Day 3. That's page 59 in your member books and page 28 in your youth edition. Today we're going to be talking about walking with God. Don't forget our memory verse, Matthew chapter 23, verses 37 and 38. Work on memorizing that throughout the week. We'll review that on our last day. When you are in relationship as it ought to be, you will be in fellowship with the Father. Let me say that again. When you are in relationship as it ought to be, you will be in fellowship with the Father. This is chapter 3, verse 9 is the account of Adam when God came to walk with him in the cool of the day. And Adam was not to be found, he was hiding. And the word that God spake was, Adam, where are you? You see, fellowship is disrupted by disobedience. Spending time with God is crucial. Here's a statement I'd like for you to ponder. If you're struggling to spend time with God, it's not a scheduling problem. That's a love problem. We spend time with Him because we have a relationship with Him. And we seek to enrich and deepen our relationship. The time that I spend with God is a time that allows me to become closer and more deeply intimate with Him. So today, this lesson that we're going to be talking about today is that we're going to be asking you to do an exercise that perhaps you do on a regular basis, but maybe you don't. What we're going to be asking you to do is that you have a walk with God. On page 60 of your workbooks is some instructions there on having a walk with God. Let me ask you to do this as in page 60 it talks about it, but let me ask you to set aside 30 minutes to walk with God in a park, in the neighborhood, maybe on the lake shore, or a pond, a quiet mall, or anywhere that you can spend time and talk with God and praise Him out loud if possible. That time that you spend where it's just you and God. I'd like for you to do this alone if you could. And don't skip this exercise. If you're doing it on a regular basis, do it this day before we meet again. Before we come back tomorrow, do this exercise. Spend the time with God. It's most important. See, when you spend the time with Him, then there will be times that He will begin to reveal things to you. And then after you've done that, then go back to page 60 and write out the answers to the questions that are there. Like, what was your experience like? How did it benefit you? Or if not, then why do you think certain things happened? And what do you get? What did you get out of your time with God? And then we want you to write it down and want you to journal it in your journals so that you might capture that moment where you just spend time to walk with God. Let me sum up our time together today. When your relationship is as it ought to be, you will always be in fellowship with the Father. You will make the priority in your life to come to love Him with all your heart. You have to make that priority. You have to make that decision to love Him that way. And then I want to encourage you to have a quiet time because you know God and love Him, not in order that you might learn about Him, but simply because you care about Him. And then for today, I'd like for you to think about what truths God has revealed to you through your time, through your walk, And then write it down. And then take that truth and make a petition, a prayer to God, and ask Him to help you apply that in your life so that your life can be transformed by the experience you're having with Him. Do join us on our blogs and our Facebook page and some of the other social media that we have out there for you. And we'll look forward to seeing you again real soon.